Known for its Mediterranean climate, beautiful beaches, and Spanish architecture, there are plenty of reasons to visit Santa Barbara. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we share the things to know before you go to Santa Barbara. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So firstly, let's look at the best time to visit. Spring is one of the best times to visit. The weather is mild, flowers are in bloom, and there are fewer tourists compared to the summer. This is a great time to visit if you want to enjoy the outdoor activities like hiking and exploring the city's gardens. Fall is another great time to visit if you want to explore those outdoor events, but you can also enjoy the peak harvest season for wine country. This is the ideal time for wine tasting and enjoying the local cuisine. Summer offers the best beach weather and many festivals happen during this time as well. However, it can be crowded and expensive to visit during this time. Like many destinations in America, winter is off-season, which means fewer tourists and lower prices on accommodation. The weather is cooler but still relatively mild compared to other parts of the country, so this can be a great time for a more relaxed visit, though some outdoor activities might be less appealing. So now let's look at getting there. You can fly directly into the Santa Barbara Airport, which is just 10 miles from downtown. Although there are direct flights to Santa Barbara, you can also connect via Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Denver to get here as well. Approximately 90 miles south of Santa Barbara is Los Angeles International Airport, so from LAX you can rent a car, take a shuttle, or use public transportation to get to Santa Barbara as well. Burbank Airport is a quieter airport compared to LAX, with similar ground transportation connecting you to Santa Barbara as well. Alternatively, you could catch the Amtrak train, which runs along the California coast, stopping at Santa Barbara's centrally located train station. You could choose to drive to Santa Barbara, as this is a popular stopover when people are exploring California, and Greyhound also offers some bus routes to the city as well. So now let's look at getting around. The MTD is an extensive bus service throughout the city and the nearby areas, with the downtown and waterfront shuttle services being particularly useful for visitors. Santa Barbara is a very bike-friendly city with numerous bike lanes and paths. You can of course rent bikes from various shops, but there are also bike-sharing programs available too. Because many of the attractions are within walking distance from each other, especially in the downtown and waterfront area, you could also stick to walking around the city as well. There are trolley tours available if you want a narrated ride through the city, or you can get yourself a water taxi that runs between the Santa Barbara Harbor and Stearns Wharf. So now let's look at the typical prices. Hostel dorm beds begin at around $40 a night, whilst private rooms in hostels begin at around $80. Budget hotel rooms will cost you between $100 to $200, whilst a more luxurious option begins at around $400. You can pick up a cheap breakfast for under $15, a sit-down lunch for $10 to $20, and a mid-range meal in a restaurant will cost you between $25 to $60 depending on the location. Like other cities in California, it can be expensive to visit here, but there are ways that you can save money. Of course, you can stay in hostels or budget hotel rooms and look at traveling in the off-peak season that we mentioned before, but also compare vacation rentals on websites like Airbnb. Santa Barbara is a popular place for people to have a second home in and rent out when they're not there. Stick to the public transportation and bike rentals to get around, and eat at the casual cafes and food trucks for tasty meals at lower prices. Many bars and restaurants offer a happy hour deal with discounted drinks and appetizers, so take advantage of them as well. Visit the free and low-cost attractions like the beaches, as well as the Santa Barbara Courthouse and Mission. So now let's look at some of the best things to do. Firstly, you have to visit the beaches whilst you are here. East Beach, West Beach, and Butterfly Beach are perfect for swimming, sunbathing, and relaxing. Walk along the historic Stearns Wharf Pier, enjoy the views, visit the shops, and dine at the waterfront restaurants, but also make time to explore the trails in the Santa Ynez Mountains, such as the Inspiration Point hike. Santa Barbara Harbor is a great place to go kayaking or take a boat tour from to see the marine life and coastal views, but for more cultural attractions, make sure to visit the historic Spanish Mission as well as the Santa Barbara County Courthouse and the Museum of Art. You can enjoy the Urban Wine Trail where you sample wines from local wineries within Santa Barbara itself, especially in the Funk Zone, a trendy area with tasting rooms, galleries and eateries. The Santa Ynez Valley Wine Country is a short drive away and it's renowned for its wine region, so you can take a tour of the vineyards, enjoy wine tasting here and explore the charming towns nearby. For something a little different, why not explore the Santa Barbara Zoo, where you can spend the day at this well-maintained zoo which houses a variety of animals, but also make sure to jump on a tour to go and see the whales. Whale watching tours are available to see grey whales, humpbacks and blue whales depending on the season. We will leave some of our favourite tours in the description below. Lotus Land is a unique botanic garden known for its rare and exotic plant collection, whilst the Santa Barbara Bowl is an iconic outdoor amphitheatre where you can catch a live concert or performance during your visit. Watch this video to find out the things to know before you go to California. Then to find out the reasons to visit California, watch this video. We hope you have an incredible time in Santa Barbara and stay creative.